The year 2024 is proving disastrous for Boeing. With internal scandals and safety issues in their aircraft making headlines, the company's reputation has taken a significant hit. Now, a new crisis threatens the safety of astronauts. Boeing had a chance to turn public anger into appreciation with the Starliner project, but it seems that opportunity has been wasted. What's at stake now is not just the company's image but the safety of astronauts stuck at the International Space Station. As Boeing and NASA continue to address the Starliner issues, one reliable solution stands out: SpaceX. In this video, we will see how SpaceX will successfully bring the astronauts back to Earth, as it has done before. Before we start, subscribe to our channel to receive updates on this and other topics. The journey of Boeing's Starliner launch has been filled with obstacles, even before its successful docking with the International Space Station. Initially scheduled for earlier dates, the first crewed launch attempt on May 6 was aborted due to a valve issue in the Atlas V rocket, which controls pressure in the upper stage. This valve malfunctioned, leading to a last-minute cancellation. Following this, the launch was rescheduled but faced another delay on June 1 when a computer card issue in the ground launch sequencer caused an automatic hold just minutes before liftoff. Engineers identified a problem with the power supply unit in one of the ground control computers, necessitating the replacement of the faulty component before another attempt could be made. Despite these setbacks, the Starliner successfully launched on June 5 from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Aboard the spacecraft were veteran NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams, tasked with testing the vehicle systems in preparation for future operational missions. The spacecraft reached a safe and stable orbit, docking with the International Space Station on June 6. You might think the issues ended when the spacecraft docked with the space station, but challenges continued to mount with technical issues and delays extending the return mission. Initially, the Starliner was scheduled to return on June 18, 2024, but this was delayed due to the need for additional preparations and spacewalks originally planned for June 13. These spacewalks were subsequently cancelled due to spacesuit discomfort. The return was then rescheduled to June 22, 2024. However, this date also faced postponements due to ongoing technical issues with the spacecraft. Specifically, the Starliner experienced helium leaks in its propulsion system, which required further investigation. On June 18, NASA announced another delay, pushing the return date to June 26, 2024. However, experts believe the mission will be delayed even further as Boeing still does not seem to fully understand the underlying problems. This leaves us with one reliable option: SpaceX. SpaceX has consistently proven its reliability, launching its Falcon 9 rocket almost every week. The company's track record includes numerous successful crewed missions to the International Space Station using the Crew Dragon spacecraft. Since the introduction of the Falcon 9, SpaceX has completed over 200 successful missions. Unlike Boeing, which has struggled with continuous technical problems, SpaceX has maintained a strong safety record. SpaceX's Falcon 9 is so reliable that when companies face significant issues like Boeing is with the Starliner, they often seek help from SpaceX to ensure the safe return of astronauts. For example, in December 2022, the Russian Soyuz spacecraft suffered a significant coolant leak while docked at the International Space Station. This incident raised serious concerns about the spacecraft's viability for safely returning its crew, which included Russian cosmonauts. In this emergency, NASA considered using SpaceX's Crew Dragon as an alternative return vehicle. The Crew Dragon spacecraft launched atop the Falcon 9 rocket and successfully docked with the International Space Station, where the stranded astronauts were quickly transferred aboard, following meticulous safety protocols. The Falcon 9 safely returned the crew to Earth. However, when it comes to the Starliner, Boeing does not want to be rescued by SpaceX. They view this as a significant humiliation, having a newcomer like SpaceX rescue the oldest commercial space company from disaster. Boeing has a long history in the aerospace industry, making it one of the most established names in the sector. Starting with a capital of just $100,000, it quickly grew into a giant, playing a significant role in space exploration. When SpaceX was founded in 2002, Boeing was already a giant with a market capitalization of over $70 billion, boasting vast experience and resources in aerospace engineering. SpaceX started with much smaller capital but rapidly gained traction due to its innovative approaches and successful missions. Both Boeing's Starliner and SpaceX's Dragon were developed under NASA's Commercial Crew Program, aimed at creating cost-effective transportation to and from the International Space Station. NASA awarded contracts to both companies, Boeing received $4.2 billion while SpaceX received $2.6 billion. Despite receiving a larger sum, Boeing's Starliner has faced numerous delays and technical issues. Initially expected to be operational by 2017, the Starliner program encountered a series of setbacks that significantly pushed its timeline. Meanwhile, SpaceX, with a smaller budget, managed to complete the development of Crew Dragon more efficiently. SpaceX's Crew Dragon had its first successful uncrewed test flight in March 2019, followed by its first crewed mission in May 2020. Since then, the Crew Dragon has been used for multiple missions, earning the title of the safest spacecraft in the world. The fact that both Crew Dragon and Starliner were developed under the same NASA program makes Boeing's situation even worse. Despite having a larger budget and more resources, Boeing's delays and technical issues have resulted in SpaceX emerging as the more reliable and capable partner for NASA. You might be wondering how giants like Boeing can handle a spaceflight situation so poorly. Firstly, Boeing's internal issues have significantly impacted the Starliner project. The company has been dealing with a series of quality control problems, including those seen in their commercial aircraft. Unlike SpaceX, which primarily focuses on rocket launches and space exploration, Boeing's vast business portfolio spans commercial aviation, defense, and space. This diversification means that Boeing's leadership and resources are often spread thin across different sectors. The company has faced multiple crises, including the grounding of the 737 MAX and production issues with the 787 Dreamliner. Many experts believe NASA should reconsider its investment in Boeing's Starliner and halt any further funding for the program. Boeing has already incurred significant losses, with estimates of around $1.5 billion beyond the NASA contract. It's understandable that NASA aims to prevent a monopoly by not solely funding one company. However, there are other reliable companies aside from SpaceX that could fulfill NASA's requirements. For example, the Dream Chaser project is nearing its first orbital flight test. This spacecraft is very different from others like Starliner and Dragon, offering unique capabilities and design. Dream Chaser is often referred to as the mini shuttle because it is designed to be reusable and can land on conventional runways. The Dream Chaser can carry both crew and cargo, and its horizontal landing capability sets it apart from the vertical landing approach used by both the Starliner and Dragon capsules. And that's all for today's update. If you enjoyed watching and found it useful, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.